Honorable Hussein Dabo, who will give a press statement on the party's campaign to ensure that we all engage in face masks.
Thank you very much, members of the press, for honoring our invitation to witness this, the launch of this initiative. The advent of the coronavirus, commonly known as COVID-19, has over the past couple of months highly affected the lives and livelihood of millions of people worldwide. Globally, almost all development sectors, the economy, education, tourism, employment, gender and human rights, and other socioeconomic areas have had undesirable impacts as a result of the virus. Countries and people are currently witnessing the unfortunate and drastic increase of COVID-19 cases and deaths, of which the Gambia as a nation and Gambians as a people are not an exception. The Gambia has now started registering local transmissions of virus with 132 confirmed cases, 64 active cases, and 5 registered deaths as at 22nd July 2020. The Gambia and Gambians need to now, more than ever before, adhere to guidance put in place by the World Health Organization and the Minister of Health. Following the announcement of the government that all Gambians and non-Gambians currently reside in the Gambia are required to wear face masks effectively today, Friday, July 24, 2020, I am delighted to officially launch United Democratic Party's National Free Mask for All initiative. At our level as a political party, we recognize the need to stand by all Gambians and non-Gambians residing in our country, and more importantly, extend moral and financial assistance to all citizens and families during moments of need. Through this initiative, the United Democratic Party aims to donate face masks to Gambians in all regions across the country to avail everybody face masks. The distribution of the face masks, which will be done through the party's national youth wing structures, will kickstart at the first week of August 2020, and we hope to start off with 10,000 face masks. On behalf of the United Democratic Party, I would like to call on all Gambians and non-Gambians living in the Gambia to respect and abide by the COVID-19 precautionary guidance to curb the spread of the deadly coronavirus. I use this opportunity to remind all Gambians of the importance of maintaining social distancing, wearing a face mask, regularly washing of hands, and avoiding social and large public gatherings. I will equally take the opportunity to remind us all of our social responsibility and meaningful roles we can play to stop the spread of the very deadly virus. Finally, I would like to assure the entire Gambian populace of the United Democratic Party's continuous commitment to serve in the best interest of the citizenry. We will continue to put in relentless efforts to deliver selfless service to the people of the country at all times. And I want to thank you all for your patience and your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Party Leader, Secretary General Party Leader. I want to invite members of the media, if you have any questions you want to ask the party leader relating to the launch of the mask, the face mask. Please, please stand up and tell us your name.
My name is Guagai from Myanmar. So, Honorable, last time we had the Babala Kumo, and then actually it was 1 p.m. So, right now we are here in Babala Kumo and Christian forms. How will this be?
Well, Babala Buntung, I want to let you know that we have collected over $2.25 million. That have come in donations from generous Gambians and others who are not Gambians. And already we have placed orders for 3,600 bags of rice to be distributed in the regions. Banjul City, we'll take some to Banjul City Council, Kanifing Municipal Council, Brikama Area Council, Mansakonko Area Council, Janjamburu Area Council, Kerawan Area Council, and Batse Area Council. And I also want to inform the public that we have had very generous contribution, a donation of 1,000 bags of 50 kilogram rice and 250 bags of sugar from a family that does not want to be named. And we are very grateful to them. And I want to tell that the distribution will take place in the next couple of days. And how we go on to deal with this, and I can assure you that by next week these things will be delivered to the appropriate regions, and maybe on one of those occasions I'll have to make a statement on how procurement that we wanted to make, how it was scuttled. I'll make a statement on that, but not today.
Any other questions?
So, we were at the prayer of
Sorry, when?
when he was coming to start this,
Well, actually, I didn't notice it because he stood. I mean, he was had his back was on to me, so I really didn't notice it. Although I heard Peter Gomez say something, Lumagenal, Sumasanyon, so some mask thing. But I don't know whether with that prompting whether anything happened. But I didn't see, so I cannot comment on that.
My name is Kakamara from the Cabinet Zone. So today, every Gambian was supposed to wear face masks, just the risk management. But if you go outside, you see the majority of Gambians are not wearing face masks. As a political leader, what's your observation? What do you think is lacking? What's missing? What's making the Gambians not wear face masks?
Really, as I drove from Porto to here, I was really shocked that people are not taking this issue seriously. And it is a serious issue. This is not an issue of APRC, NPP, Adama Barrow, or any other. This is about our health. It concerns the health of the Gambian people. And I do not think that it will be right for anybody to look at the people who are delivering the message. You should be looking at the content of the message and how beneficial the messages that are being churned out, how beneficial that is to ourselves. And I want to ask everybody that let us abide by the guidelines that WHO and the Minister of Health has really giving us. If we don't, I mean, the death toll will rise, and we don't want to wait until we start dying in hundreds and then accept the fact that COVID-19 is a reality. I don't think we want to wait until that arises. When I saw people in taxis, people walking freely, very few people had masks on. And I didn't see any law enforcement officer on the road to try to see whether or not compliance with these regulations is being adhered to or not. And I think, really, I want to appeal to the law enforcement agencies, to make sure that these guidelines or regulations, they are not nugatory, they are not peri, they are there for a purpose. And unless they are enforced, well, when the risk of having this dreadful virus spreading, it will just be there. Please, I want to appeal to everybody. This is not about anybody. This is about our health.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Lady Sina from IFP. I want to ask if this issue is still only limited to this region.
No, it's throughout the Gambia. Throughout the Gambia. United Democratic Party is a party that belongs to all Gambians. We are not a regional party, so we are going to extend this to all regions. And as I said, we are kickstarting off with 10,000, and I think it will progress. It will progress, and we want to complement. Well, if not complement, but we want to try to really ensure that the masks, the obligatory obligations imposed on the Gambians to put on masks, we want to ease the burden on them, on some of them. Maybe we cannot do it for all, but on some of them, so that we can get this. Particularly, those in the markets. Particularly those in the markets, because that's where you have. Sometimes it's very difficult to have social distancing in the markets, but then if people are consistently washing their hands with face masks and avoiding to touch them, we hope that we'll be able to contain the spread of the contain the spread of the virus. And I want to tell you one thing, that as leader of the United Democratic Party, I have taken the decision that I will not see more than 10 people at a time. And all those 10 people, they must all wear masks, and you place somebody downstairs, make sure that you have hand sanitizer, they'll use the hand sanitizer, clean their hands before coming up to meet me, and I'm not shaking hands with anybody. And I think my party wants me to be here for a long time, and I'm sure they will appreciate that.
Yeah, we understand that the issue of the coronavirus has nothing to do with any political party. But then we've seen sometime last week or week before last, one of the new upcoming political party holding rally, you recall it, and then there was, in any meeting of that sort, there is something like social distancing, people wearing masks. As a political leader, what message do you have for your fellow political leaders in that regard?
I'm appealing to all Gambians to ensure that we abide by the guidelines given to us by the WHO as well as the Minister of Health. I think that is how much I can do. We cannot go on preaching to, I cannot go on preaching to fellow political leaders. I can only appeal to the Gambian population in general. So that we take the protective measures, we take the steps that will curb the spread of the spread of the virus. After all, I'm sure other political leaders are really sending out similar messages to the Gambian people. So it's not a question of me telling political, but me and other political, we are all appealing to the Gambian people to act in ways that will curb the spread of the virus.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This brings us to the end of the press conference. We want to take the opportunity to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us here today and for asking critical questions that relates to this new mandatory law that the government has put in place. Thank you very much. We will be sending out a press statement to all of you so that you can distribute that to your networks. And then if you have any questions, please reach out to the United Democratic Party spokesperson on any follow-up questions. Thank you very much.
That's how we make the paper bigger, different size.
Very small. Okay. Yeah. But then you could have put in more than one page. That's fine. Okay.